Neighborhood Game Club. Hope you enjoyed the rad tricks. I'm Frank Howley. Today we're going to be talking to my friends Spencer and Connor, my childhood friends, N64, Tony Hawk, Steam, Counter-Strike, and many more on Neighborhood Game Club. Nar nar!
I'm Spencer Wiley.
Intellivisions?
Intellivisions. There's 3 more in the closet at least, and probably a couple over in that closet.
So these were your dad's systems, right?
Yeah, my dad loved this shit in the 80s. He played baseball, Intellivision baseball, which, like, it's cool because when you throw the baseball, instead of just, like, straight, you can, like, slow it down and then make it go faster right as the guy tries to swing, so the guy always fucking misses unless they know you're going to do it.
You have a box copy of Snafu. Snafu, it's the same as, like, Snake. That is the best Intellivision game. We would play that as kids.
That's what snakes look like.
Check out the graphics on the back of the box. Dude, that's sick.
So my dad bought an Intellivision replacing one on eBay, and it came with this Intellivision voice synthesizer, which only like 3 games, maybe out of all the games they ever made, work for it, and we don't have any.
And they
of them.
talk to you?
And it would say, like, here's what a computer reporting impulse drive destroyed.
Mattel Electronics presents 317 Ball.
But that's the oldest system we've had on the show so far, and you guys are the youngest guests, so I don't know how that works out.
Wheel of Fortune, we're not playing this. Blues Brothers, no.
You guys have a really good N64 collection. What are some of your favorite games?
College Hoops, bad. We play it. I mean, we only like break this out when we have the
Xena
freaking
Warrior Princess.
This one.
Is Elmo's Number Journey.
Like
Connor Power
I don't know,
Rangers.
I've never played any of these.
So Connor, these are all your favorite games.
Oh yeah.
WWF
Really good.
Warzone, Monopoly.
We joke about collecting all of the N64 games made available.
Smash Bros.
No, I put Smash Bros in the oven and we couldn't find it.
Connor,
Okay, yeah, that was me. Yeah, I did that. Razor, we played this. like,
Razor
3
Freestyle
times.
Yo, fuck Tony Hawk. Razor Freestyle Scooter.
Here's Connor's handwriting. Look at this box, dude.
Holy shit. How many N64 games? You got a Blockbuster sticker on this one. That's a huge late fee. Okay, serious. What would you say is your favorite, like, legitimately good N64 game?
Probably like Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, Mario, this thing.
Spencer, what about
But then
you?
we got this.
Oh,
Micro Machines.
That's the best multiplayer
best party
game.
game,
It's an 8-player multiplayer game.
Yeah, we
for
play with the D-pad, and another person sits like sideways and like uses the
C-pad.
joystick.
I really like the Rush, that one level. I could play that for years. I could play that over and over and never gets boring.
We only got that game like 2 years ago. We'd always play that in hotel rooms, but
Yeah, it was on the
never actually got it.
pay $6 an hour to play Nintendo.
I'm gonna hide my phone number, but this is my old copy of N64. My dad would always make me write my name on all the games. So now you know this is Frank's copy. I let you have it though, out of respect.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
This Elmo game was probably the most boring to watch.
Emma, Connor, can you beat that game?
No, that's way too hard, dude. This is my computer. This is my chair that I use.
Jesus
way
fuck,
too
ew.
much.
Ew. So Connor, you're a PC gamer, right? That's what you classify yourself as?
And I play games too much, sometimes, a lot.
Connor, you have 1,400 hours on Team Fortress 2.
I play that a lot, but I wouldn't say it's my.
What about you? What's your favorite game you played through Steam?
Yo, Counter-Strike dogs.
Alright, we'll talk about N64, we'll talk about Steam, we'll talk about Connor, we'll talk about Spencer, and we'll talk about hot dogs and rich-ass monkeys.
Let's do it.
That worked.
Looks like you need some help.
Connor, what are you messing around for? We're trying to film. Welcome to another episode of Neighborhood Game Club. I'm Frank Howley. I'm with Spencer Wiley, Connor Wiley. Spencer, how would you describe Connor as a gamer, a player? What would you say?
He's very dedicated to playing a game for a long time.
Great, Connor. How would you describe Spencer?
He's very dedicated to buying lots of games and not playing them.
Bam! There we did it. We've broken the thesis. Spencer and Connor are childhood friends. Our fathers are lifelong best friends, so we've known each other since infancy. The 3 of us have radically different play styles, and so that's what I want to talk about and analyze within the hour. Connor has a class he has to leave, so he's going to be walking out mid-interview. Very rude. What's the class you have to go to?
World music.
Do you guys talk about video game music in that?
We're going to be talking about Vocaloid, so the dudes at Weeaboo.
There you go. It all
cool.
comes together. Connor, you have a squeaky bed. It's going to be a noisy interview. All right. Before we get into, we all have very similar different play styles, there's one series that brings us all together. I feel like it's the Tony Hawk series. At least that's what gels a lot of our personalities and interests. Before we touch on Tony Hawk, what are your earliest memories? Spencer, you're a hair older than Connor. What's your earliest video game memory? What's like the first games you started playing?
Mario Kart 64 is what I remember.
Really?
That's what because my dad got the Nintendo 64 before they went on vacation. And then I just played that. That was like the first thing we had.
Yeah, N64. Because you guys didn't have Super Nintendo, right? Your first system was N64?
Well, my older brother had it, but we were younger, and he just like had it in his room. I don't know if he played it.
N60, yeah. And then what about Connor?
Probably GoldenEye 007. I remember really wanting to get that game. It's like paintball mode and stuff like that.
All right, cool. Yeah, because everyone else we interviewed, it's like, weirdly enough, Bruce's first console was Xbox, which is like, what the hell? Is he like 12 years old?
Was he doing before that?
Right? I don't know. He listened to Slipknot before, whatever. And then everyone else, it's like, grew up with Nintendo. But yeah, you guys, N64. And yeah, being family friends, I would always go to your place. And the N64 was the best console because it had like, better than any other thing else was local multiplayer. Yeah. And that's something that Nintendo has always been good with, is local multiplayer. Like even the Wii U to a degree, so with Smash Bros, like local multiplayer. Now today it's all online and Steam, and that's what we do now. Like we still go over to each other's houses, but like we stay together and play Steam through multiplayer. But before we get deep into N64, I want to get right into it, the Tony Hawk games.
All right.
So this is a kind of a hot button topic right now because Tony Hawk 5 came out a few months ago. It came and went. Nobody bought it because it was extremely glitched and a huge disaster. You haven't even gotten it yet, right? No? Okay.
I bought a lot of games, but I didn't buy that.
Yeah, Jesus. For me, playing Tony Hawk, the first time I played it, there was like a cool type skater friend in like elementary school, and he had the Tony Hawk demo, and he told us about it. Like he was early on already a skater, and he like had Tony Hawk, showed us it, and immediately because it was like so arcadey and had this like cool punk music, I was hooked. And I think I rented it. You guys first had Tony Hawk 2, right? Was that your first?
We rented Tony Hawk 1, and I don't think my dad would even take me to the video game stores. He would just go by himself and like buy movies at Hollywood Video and ask the guy like, what game was my son like? And then he'd rent whatever the dude told him.
Yeah.
So he was like, my dad was the one renting and buying games in the early days.
Well, he picked a good one with Tony Hawk 2. Tony Hawk 2 has Spider-Man as an character.
Spider-Man, some chick, I don't know.
Remember fat mode? You could make you do super fat.
Yeah, if you
take up the
super
whole
fat,
screen.
Yeah,
he could take up the whole screen, and then you tried to skate, and you just couldn't do anything.
You had to do like fat, then skinny, then fat. Then you just broke it and just like wouldn't stop.
You can put in cheat codes. So like with Tony Hawk 1, the unlockable characters was like Officer Dick and then Private Carrera. I don't know, a chick BMX or whatever reason. The reason I love the Tony Hawk games, at least for me as a kid, is like, again, it was all like punk music, so this was like fresh and different. It was skateboarding in the late 90s was like cool. Neversoft's sense of humor was like juvenile. Like we were like 10, so it was like, oh, you can make the person fat. Oh, that's hilarious. I don't know. Like throughout my whole life, anytime people ask like, oh, what's your favorite game series? What's your favorite game? I always mention like Tony Hawk 3 or Tony Hawk series. Like that legitimately is those are legitimately my favorite games, and people always think I'm joking, but like no, legitimately those are my favorite games of all time. So yeah, like Tony Hawk 2, you are a skateboarder, and you got into. Did Tony Hawk inspire you to become a skateboarder?
To a degree. I mean, Tony Hawk kind of inspired everybody.
Oh yeah.
Skateboard.
But like specifically, was the video games
built up actually an unrealistic reality. Completely, which I had no idea. I thought all that shit was real. I thought you could do like nobody can do Casper flips like for real people. Some people can, but the shit that you do, the Ronnie Mullen shit. Only he can really.
Well, I know, because like we were all like 10 years old. We all got skateboards, and we go to the park, and Connor and I would be like barely tapping it, and be like, "Oh, I just did a kickflip." Connor swears to this day swears he did an ollie. Yep. That never happened, but he says he did an ollie. Whatever. We all had skateboarders, but Spencer stuck with it, and you can actually skateboard. But like, and it's funny. I remember I had a conversation this is. If anyone was observing or listening or a teacher, this was the dumbest conversation ever. It was like 3rd grade, me and some other kid. I think we were trying to impress each other. Like, oh, you play the Tony Hawk games? Yeah. Do you skateboard? Yeah. What's the best trick you could ever do?
Kick.
Oh, I went off a half pipe once. I did a 360 to a lip grind. Oh, sick. I did a 540 kickflip. we were like 2 chubby 3rd graders just being like, yeah, dude, I skate. I did a half pipe. Like, we were like, it was just like, we weren't thinking like, oh man, I'm lying. This guy knows I'm lying. We were like, yeah, he thinks I'm cool, and like vice versa. It was like, what? And we're fucking 2 8-year-old fat kids, like Jesus. But in the late '90s, skateboarding was huge, and that's what like Tony Hawk, through the video games, even Tony Hawk himself, is what propelled skateboarding to become this huge thing. And even outside of Tony Hawk, there was a whole extreme sports genre that boomed up. I mean, there's the SSX games. Those games are really like...
Yeah.
There's SSX 1, SSX 2, Tricky. Did you play the PS3 version that came out?
No.
They came out...
What?
Like, 2011, they rebooted SSX. But, like, I don't know.
Go buy that.
I remember you talking about it, but I never heard about it past that, so is it good?
I don't know. I bought it. I haven't played it. The reason was it came out after EA's Skate, so I think people were just, like, over the old extreme sports. Now it's been long enough that, like, oh, that sounds fun. But I remember buying it, and I never played it. But yeah, SSX, you guys said SSX Tricky, and I'd always come over and play that. That game ruled.
That game was so much fun.
Tying back to Tony Hawk 3 was, I think, is my favorite of all time, the Tony Hawk games.
My favorite. Yeah.
Everything, like, even... The game still looks good graphically, but like back then in 2001 or 2, those graphics were like amazing.
The jokes, that one dude peeing off the cliff.
Oh yeah, again tying back to the juvenile humor of Neversoft. In Tony Hawk 3 in the Canada level, you can be skateboarding like near a half pipe, and there's a guy just pissing off the edge.
Yeah.
And like as kids finding that in a video game, we were like, oh, we would just tell each other, check this out. We'd watch it for like 20 minutes. I mean,
all night we were just hitting that guy.
Oh yeah, he's pissing, and if you do a trick off him, he falls off.
Restart the level, do it again.
Yeah, and it's weird that like when people talk about video games, they don't bring up Tony Hawk. Like I don't know if like, but like everyone,
taboo.
Yeah, everyone played the Tony Hawk games, but like, why aren't these more like widely like I don't know loved or accepted or in part of the gamer like mythos? I don't understand. And that's
all the shitty ones that came out.
Well, yeah, people got burnt out. Like
that skateboard one where you had the little skateboard you stand on.
Yeah, so like
downhill jam or whatever.
Yeah. So like Tony Hawk 4 came out, great, liked it. Tony Hawk Underground I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to do like Grand Theft Auto, where it's like, oh, it's an open world, you can whatever, and there's a story mode. But the gameplay was awesome. I think.
Getting off the board was cool, but that was in 4, but in 3 the graphics seemed so much better than 4.
Yeah,
just the way it looked,
what it was
the colors.
The reason was like with 3 it was single locations, so they can concentrate everything. With 4 it's more open, so they have to like put it's less focused, less detail, and then with Underground these big areas. But I still think Underground's levels are good. For me my favorite Tony Hawk games is Tony Hawk 3 and then Underground. The gameplay of Underground is so fun. As also I played it online, which is like the first game I played online. And that's where you'd find like other hardcore Tony Hawk nerds. I had a keyboard that we would chat and show off like tricks and stuff. I remember I even one time came over in this very room like 10 years ago. We hooked up the PS2 to Connor's TV and his internet, and we're like, "Yo, check this out!" And I made you guys watch me play Tony Hawk Online for like an hour.
Yeah, I really remember that.
I did like a 90 million point combo, and I was like, "See, I was so proud." You guys didn't care.
I couldn't do that shit.
But like,
let's watch Frank wreck Tony Hawk right now.
Yeah, dude, that's Well, another part of the Tony Hawk games, what we would do is we would try to I would sleep over you guys' place. My dad would drop me off, and we would like spend all night trying to find glitches in Tony Hawk. And like Tony Hawk Underground specifically, there's a thing called the corner glitch, where if you go into a corner, do an impossible into the corner, you can go past the barrier and then walk around.
Yeah, skate around outside of the level.
Yeah, and so we would just find glitches, and like this is also kind of this is before YouTube, so like you couldn't easily find this. You would just find posts on GameFAQs like, hey, there's a glitch here, and so I would spend all night just trying to find these crazy glitches. And then Underground 2 came out, and like it was fun, but that's definitely like by the time Underground 2 came out, it was Bam Margera's Pro Skater. It was Jackass. And like there was the OC Choppers. He plays Jesse from OC Choppers.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Like
they had all those dumb things you could ride around. Wasn't Steve-O in that one?
Steve-O, you could ride a bull. Ride a mechanical bull.
Some kid in a wheelchair. With
Jesus Christ. But he plays Ben Franklin, so that was really cool. But Underground 2, on PSP there was Underground 2 Remix, where you could have Underground Tony Hawk Portable.
Really?
Yeah, it was a PS2 perfect copy port on the PSP. I kind of want to get a PSP now and just get that.
What's the remix have?
There's like an extra level.
But
it's a portable version of Tony Hawk Underground 2. Great. And then when 360 was coming out, they came out with American Wasteland. Which like
I totally forgot about that one.
Right, that was when it was like people were over it. I beat it. I got it, beat it, got every single achievement, and then I think I sold it like a week later. It was just like
I think I had it for PS2 because that was like right when the Xbox.
Yeah, but like that was the point where it was just like okay, it was soulless. And one thing also like one thing I think was funny is they advertised like open world no load times. And all the levels are connected, but by a tunnel.
Well, yeah, didn't you like take a bus or something?
And no, also you can take a bus, but yeah, if you're going through a tunnel, you can skate through it, and there's like a few rails you can grind. But those tunnels acted as loading screens, basically. Yeah. And so American Wasteland came out, and I didn't like it. I mean, I played it, but no memory of it.
Yeah, I can't remember anything. I forgot it was a game.
Yeah, Project 8 came out, and now this is still before Skate. Project 8 came out, and that was really impressive because like you could slow motion do the tricks. Graphics really nice because it was made for 360. Played it, but the difficulty was really extreme. Did you I don't know if you remember this.
You had to get into the number 1 of top 8, and I had no idea how. I did everything else, and it's like get a 10 million point combo. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah, so it's weird because all the Tony Hawk games, even through Wasteland, easy because we mastered it, and then Project 8 they're like, oh, some people are good at this. Let's challenge them. So they had different tiers. There was amateur, pro, and sick, and with so you can do the pro, but the sick one was you had to be I don't know,
a nerd.
I almost used you had to be like Rain Man level to to get impossible. And I remember as someone who was obsessed with Tony Hawk, I would get so enraged trying to beat this that I gave up on the game, sold it out of frustration. I never got to the top 8 because it was just you have to grind for I don't know 200 seconds without falling, and it's barely math. I don't know.
Did that one have no cheats?
No cheats.
Did American Wasteland have cheats?
Probably. But that's the thing. Achievements came out and you couldn't use cheats anymore. But yeah, cheats were a fun part of Tony Hawk. Not even for beating the game, because you could beat the game easily, but then you could break the game, having moon physics, perfect balance. I don't know. Cheats were a huge part of Tony Hawk, and I loved those. And then Project 8 came out. It was fun, but it was too hard, so you couldn't beat it. And it was still a little soulless. It took place in a very generic gray city. Yeah. I don't know. There's nothing really great. There was no classic levels anymore. And then EA's Skate came out.
How long after Tony Hawk did that come out? It seemed not that long.
Project 8. I think Project 8 came out in August, and then Skate came out. I think.
Because I remember playing the Skate demo.
Yeah, I think Project 8.
While I was trying to beat Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I think Project 8 came out, and then a few months later, the Skate demo came out.
I couldn't play Tony Hawk anymore because I was trying to ollie with the thumbsticks. I'm oh, this is how I do a kickflip.
So Skate came out 6 months after Project 8 and killed Tony Hawk. So Skate came out, whereas all the Tony Hawk games had a very easy arcade-like control scheme, and then Skate came out, and it was now the twin sticks, which being mapped to Tony Hawk your whole life took a while.
Yeah, it took so long.
I know there is there's a challenge in Skate which took you 2 years to beat. You threw controllers and broke.
Did I rip my pants?
It was a 360 crooked guy grind to a certain...
It was Rob Deerdick and Big Black's challenge on the buttery hubba, dude. A curvy hubba, and you were supposed to 360 flip to crooked. Which 360 flip...
You have to spin the stick one direction.
Your finger goes here, your thumb goes over here, and then to get into crooked grind, you have to go over here. So it didn't make any sense.
I beat it. Maybe it took me a week, but I beat it.
It took me fucking years. I got so mad one day. I was wearing these nice red pants, my favorite pair of pants, and I just just ripped my pants off. I was so mad.
I liked it. Connor.
I don't blow up at games that much, but that game I blew up.
Yeah.
So mad.
So EA Skate came out, and then Skate 2. With Skate 1 and Skate 2, I played those games for the full year. Played Skate for the full year till Skate 2 came out. Skate 2 played it for a full year. By the time Skate 3 came out, EA was pushing it. There's a small feature in Skate where it's if you bail, it's ragtime physics. So it's funny. You can do replays. With Skate 3, they turned that into the main feature of the game, bail mode, and it was no longer realistic. And so I didn't like Skate 3, even though for many people that's the only Skate game they played because YouTube made the glitches popular. But Skate 3, I was already kind of burnt out on just because Skate 1 was awesome because it was realistic. Skate 2.
Skate 2 was the best one.
Yeah, that was the most polished. And then Skate 3 was here, jump into a cannonball.
Could you get off your board in Skate 1? I feel like you couldn't.
No, Skate 2 you could.
Skate 2 you could.
Skate 2 was the perfect balance.
Every time you wanted to go skate a spot, you had to ollie up the curb, and if you weren't going fast enough, you had to turn around.
Yeah.
Go ollie up the curb. I think
they were probably just too lazy to develop that in. But Skate 2 is perfect. And then now Tony Hawk 5 came out. And I was cautiously optimistic because they were naming it Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. So I was finally, finally. I hoped so much. But I saw it was developed by this team called Robomoto who did Tony Hawk HD, which sucked because it wasn't by Neversoft. They had they couldn't use Neversoft's code, so they had to rebuild it. So it was so it was an imitation. It didn't control the same way. The physics were off. So Tony Hawk HD sucked. It wasn't great. And it was the same people making Tony Hawk 5. Also, the only other games Robomoto developed were mobile games. They made a Hunger Games game for the iPad and Candy Crush type stuff. So they've never made console. They never made console games. And then sure enough, Tony Hawk 5 was supposed to come out. It was up to the day of the launch. There were no early reviews, no gameplay footage out there. It was like buried. And then the day before Tony Hawk 5 came out, someone uploaded a 10-minute clip on YouTube, and the game looked like shit. Like, awful. And Activision filed a copyright claim. That video was taken down by the end of the day. The game came out, immediate response was like, oh, this sucks. This sucks. And then like a few days later, had like a 15 on Metacritic. It was the second day it was out, people were already selling their copies for $40. Wow. Apparently it's unplayable. You can lose your save. Physics still don't feel right at all. Oh. The levels, all people can say, all look like Creative Park levels. Like there's just pipes and rails, no personality. It's not Neversoft. Activision just forced them to push it out. It's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking because we could have had a great game, but now we don't. They're making a patch, and they said they're gonna put out new levels. But
what was that one you were talking about? A Tony Hawk game you grabbed? It was after Project 8, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh geez, I forgot about this. I didn't get Tony Hawk 5, but I still was itching to play Tony Hawk, so I bought Tony Hawk's Proving Ground off eBay. That came out after Skate, so no one cared about it, but it was bundled with a Guitar Hero 3 demo. So, on the box art for Tony Hawk Proving Ground, it says, hey, there's 5 Guitar Hero 3 songs on here if you want to play it. Cool. So, yeah, that Proving Ground I played for like, I don't know, an hour, and it's like really soulless, even more so than
really?
Like it's like this is what Neversoft was now under Activision, where Neversoft was now split into working on Call of Duty like bonus maps, Guitar Heroes every 3 months, and Tony Hawk. Like they had no more energy, no more heart. It's so like gray and sad and ugly looking.
Really?
Guess it's still more true than Tony Hawk 5, but it's.
We haven't played Tony Hawk 5.
What?
Have you played Tony Hawk 5?
No, I want
speculation?
to. Yeah, speculation, but like. It's Proving Ground just it's still Tony Hawk, but like it's just off, and I think it's because Neversoft were basically indentured servants at that point. So there's I don't know, but outside of that, we talked about SSX games. Did you ever play Dave Mirra's Freestyle BMX?
No. Did that?
That's when we played Slim Jim Man.
We never had that.
I don't. Oh, there was one I had. I had Matt Hoffman.
Matt Hoffman. I didn't like Matt Hoffman. I
didn't like any of them.
It's Tony Hawk with BMX. I don't know. BMX is lame.
Well, Tony Hawk. Fuck, was it American Wasteland or was it Underground 2? You play as some BMX dude.
Oh, one of the games. I think Tony Hawk 4 you could unlock Dave Mirra. Or you can unlock Matt Hoffman.
Well, you could unlock him in a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But there's some other
American
dude.
Wasteland, they added BMX.
You had to play as the BMX guy for some of the game.
Yeah, Jesus.
And you could do this fucking move where you jump up, hit the wall, and do a backflip off the wall.
Oh, okay.
That was a real trick BMXers could do.
I don't know. Again, all the Tony Hawk games, they kept forcing new shit. So there was Matt Hoffman's BMX I didn't like. Dave Mirra's Freestyle BMX 2 I really like. You can play a Slim Jim guy.
God, I hate Slim Jims.
I don't know. I think that game's great. There's also
fun.
Aggressive Inline, which is like a skating. Not
That's Fruit Booters.
Whatever. What's it called? Inline skating?
Yeah, Fruit Booters.
Gameplay is great. I don't know. It's all pop punk. I think that game's really great. I haven't played this yet. I really want to get it. It's called BM XXX.
Are they naked?
Yes. It's
for real?
Censored on PS2, but on GameCube and Xbox, uncensored. There's titties. You play
GameCube?
Yes.
Nintendo allowed titties?
Yes.
What?
BM XXX. You're doing missions for like pimps, strip clubs.
What?
Yeah.
What?
BM XXX.
That sounds cool.
But it's censored on PS2. But the titties are like blurred. Everything else though, you go on strip clubs. I haven't played it yet. Everyone gave it really bad reviews, but you know what? I'm kind of in the mood now to play
I like titties.
BMX XXX. And then like Sega had some games in the arcades. There was like Ollie King or whatever. You know the arcade game where you're standing and you like.
Yeah.
That game is rad. It's all scored with like Pennywise. I forget what. It's sick. I don't know. So those games are great. Outside of that, I don't know. The Extreme Sports Fan is dead, and Tony Hawk 5 is like a zombie trying to come back and like immediately being shot down. But do you still skateboard?
Yeah, still skateboard.
Yeah.
Got my skate shoes on right now.
There you go. Dad, do you think there's any like return for skateboarding in video games? Do you think like I don't think VR. Oh yeah, Ollie, or whatever the hell it's called.
Ollie. That game was fun. Yeah.
That's a fun arcade game for PS4. But I don't know. Tony Hawk 5 was a huge disappointment. We haven't played it yet. I will play it when it's cheap, but like bummed that it's not Neversoft. Connor, what are your opinions on all skateboarding talk?
I never played Skate. That's about it.
What? You haven't played it?
No.
You never played Skate?
Again, Connor, after like by the time Xbox 360 came out, he played Call of Duty and all of this, but he mostly started going towards PC games. Skate wasn't released on PC, so that could be explaining.
Yeah.
Dude, Skate's fucking good.
I mean, I was too busy playing Project 8. I found this glitch. Like, if you do a lip trick and then there's a bell button, so you press all the.
That's a good.
I
okay.
found it, dick.
That's a cool glitch.
Whenever you do it, you go flying in the air, like hit the hitbox.
Again, Tony Hawk games. The glitches were huge. Okay, so whatever. Tony Hawk was PS2 stuff. Let's get into it. Nintendo 64. So Connor is legendary in Southern California. Every October, November. Whenever the fuck everyone's in town for game days, we always throw a private exclusive Nintendo.
Boys only.
Yeah, Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64 Connor Wiley pizza party. Connor, do you want to explain what this is? This event?
You guys were around for the game days thing for the first year, and we never really had birthday parties because my birthday is around Christmas and stuff, and everyone's busy with that. So we thought it was a good idea, and we just kept doing it every year. You guys started bringing more and more crappy games. You kept eating more pizza, and that's the thing.
Well, it all started. We went to go eat at the block.
Oh,
we went to TGI
facetiously,
Fridays,
it was like I think
we wanted to embarrass Connor.
Yeah.
Like, let's say it's his birthday in November, so we could get a free dessert at TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
And we did that, and then the next year we had the pizza party. And then ever since then we've done it.
Yeah. So facetiously we said, October is Connor's birthday, and so. Yeah, because the N64 has the best local multiplayer. Anytime we have friends in town, let's play Smash Brothers, whatever. And then we started thinking what are some other 4-player games? Okay, and then we just started basically going on eBay every year. Kevin, James, will all go on eBay and just look up, all right, what's the shittiest 4-player game? And now over the course of 5 years, you guys have 60 4-player. We have basically every 4-player.
We used to have this many Nintendo games, 20 maybe. Now we have 60.
And they're all, it's shit like Rat Attack, Wheel of Fortune, Monopoly, Blues Brothers 2000. What are some other gems?
Elmo. Elmo sucks.
Hey, we only have numbered Journey.
Xena Warrior Princess, Hercules.
That's sick. Xena Warrior Princess for
the
64?
multiplayer? Wait, was that the one with the cool multiplayer? Or was it Hercules?
No, Hercules is a Majora's Mask.
Oh, Hercules sucked, yeah.
Xena Warrior Princess
was cool.
Xena Warrior Princess for N64 is rad. It's 4-player, it's arena fighting where it's a big open, it's a flat square. It's a flat ground. But everyone can run around. You can jump across the screen, do moves. We found that out. It's just a funny-ass game. And you're playing as, Bruce Campbell. People from the show. But yeah, Xena Warrior Princess for N64 is a good multiplayer game. Micro Machines, N64. This is an 8-player multiplayer game for N64, where the way you play it is you get with a partner and you each hold an N64 controller. Yeah. One person controls with the D-pad, the other person controls with the C thing. So you're sitting like this, looking at the TV, and
trying to figure out which fucking car you are and which color you are.
And the funny thing with Micro Machines is it's an 8-player racing game, but I don't know, it's some limitation with N64 that if you go off screen, your car blows up. Yeah. So it's like a 30-second Mad Max racing thing where you're on a track, but if you go off screen, you explode. The only way to stay in the map is if you have to be on the track advancing. So if you get too slow, go fall behind, your car blows up. And I think what it is because the game doesn't want to try to process 8 different squares at once.
Fucking cars going nuts.
So if you go off the screen, they just kill you. So the matches last 10 seconds. So it's the first 6 seconds, you're trying to figure out which fucking car you are, because they're all blue or red. Yeah. Try to figure out which car you are, and you're trying to figure out how to control it, because you're using C up and C down to turn left or right. No, you use there's 4 buttons on the D-pad. One is left, one's right, and then one is gas and one is brake.
You have to do gas and brake?
Yeah.
Automatic gas.
No, you can go advanced. I don't know. It's insane. Yeah. So you have to hit all these buttons. And then immediately, once you figure out what car you are, you're already veering off screen. You blow up the map.
That was that car.
Yeah, I don't know. But it is it's the funniest game. It's so funny. Micro Machines is probably my favorite multiplayer game. Mario Party, obviously.
Classic, yeah.
We play Mario Party, 2 is the most we've played, but that game is fun because we just scream at each other.
I bought 3, we haven't played it yet.
We'll play 3 this year. Mario Party 3 is phenomenal. Mario Party is phenomenal just because it's we don't have to explain what it is, but
yeah, everybody knows fucking Mario.
With local multiplayer, getting with friends, playing a kids game and just screaming at each other, trying to mash buttons and you can fuck
unplugging people's controllers.
Yeah, those are all
playing dirty.
Yeah,
we play street Nintendo.
Everything is it's just you're just screaming and fucking over your friends, stealing stars from people, and then there's sometimes we'll make mistakes. Oh, let's do a 40-round Mario Party thing where it's everyone's over it after 5 things. But I don't know, it's fun. And then Mario Kart's great. Smash Brothers. We once had an issue one year where we couldn't find Smash Brothers. It was missing the whole night, and then a week later you found it in the microwave. How did that happen?
Connor put it in.
No, I didn't. I was you, dude. You knew where to find it. You.
So yeah,
I think you wanted to do that as a joke. It's like,
no,
oh,
I didn't put it in there.
I think you did it as a joke. We just forgot about it.
Commenters, who put the Smash Brothers in the microwave? Was it Spencer Connor?
I didn't use the thing because you broke it. It was the pizza oven that you cooked like 100 Hot Pockets in it and you broke it.
All right, well, we'll figure that out later. I don't know. So this year we need to get you guys Glover. We still haven't played Glover. No one on the show has had Glover. I don't even own a copy of Glover.
Yeah.
I know that's blasphemous. No,
I mean,
that's not.
It cheap?
It's cheap. I don't know. It's just not a good game.
I rented the shit.
That's the thing. I went over to a friend's house once as a kid and watched Glover, and just the concept. It's you're a glove on a ball.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. But
I think it was a cool game.
All right. Well,
it was fun. No, it was fun. I remember I had the crystal. I couldn't beat this one level. You had a crystal ball, and it kept breaking. You had to walk up a thing, and then I fell off the thing, and it broke, and I gave up.
Maybe 10 years later, we'll get that game for Connor. We'll make
one
thing we always do every year with Connor's N64 parties is we'll pick some random shitty game and we'll make Connor play it for like an hour. It'll be the 10 of us screaming at Connor, go left, go left. We've had him play through like Blues Brothers 2000,
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. That one's sick. Elmo's Number Journey.
That was last year.
Hercules.
But I mean, it's funny if it's a really crappy game like those, but if it's Glover, I don't know. That's just like, isn't that just kind of an alright game?
We'll see. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah, Mary, if you love it so much.
Do you remember the first game you ever beat?
First game I ever beat? Let me see. Consciously, the first Super Mario World. Yeah, Super Mario World.
No cheats?
No cheats. It's
like
a Super
100%
Nintendo
beat?
game.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mario
beating Bowser.
I was thinking of 64.
No. I remember being Super Mario Worlds. I didn't unlock all the 120 exits till like I had it on Game Boy.
I didn't ask you if you 100% cleared the game. I just asked you.
If I beat, yeah, I remember beating Kid Bowser on Super Mario Worlds. What about you?
Kane and Lynch.
Kane and Lynch in like 2010?
I could not beat games.
It's the first game you beat.
That was the first game I remember beating, and I actually beat it. Because before I'd play games and then I get bored of them, or I get to a part where
Kane and Lynch. This game sucks.
I ever beat.
That game. I mean, it's okay.
It was alright. You just shot a bunch of.
And they yell "fuck" constantly.
Connor, and you stab each other with morphine.
Connor, what is Connor doing?
I beat 100%. I did it. Got all those 5 stars.
Connor, you downloaded that ROM off eBay.
Shit.
You downloaded that cheat save. That's what you glitched it. You hacked it.
That was my first game I got 100%. Jeez.
Okay, so
I couldn't beat games. Connor would beat games, and I just sit there and watch. But like, I remember what was that game where you had the pink hair and you humped pigs? Tomba.
Oh yeah.
We rented that, and I never even got past the first level the whole week that we rented it.
Yeah, I never played that though.
Yeah. Well,
I thought you were gonna say that I beat it or something. I didn't.
No, you didn't beat it. Huh. There's a thing that farted, and I just jumped on that for the whole. I thought that was the whole game. I thought that was the entire game.
There was butt trees, and you can grab them and fart.
I didn't know if you just went 2 feet to the right. There's a whole other place with more trees.
It's like an RPG. It's a big game. Before we move away from N64, real fast, I want to talk about like why is it? Do you think that we're drawn to this era of like shitty N64 games?
Nostalgia.
Yeah,
nostalgia is a part of it. But I think one thing too is like, I think with 2D games, ROMs, they look like, I mean not ROMs, Sprite, they look a lot of the artwork is gorgeous.
Yeah.
When you get to 3D, especially N64, this is when many studios for the first time were trying to do like 3D, and a lot of it looks so shitty that it's like, if we look at it today, it's hilarious. You know, like it's just so funny. So that's why like, yeah, playing that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers N64 games, like all the walking animations, everything just looks so goofy that it like it's. I mean, we're hysterical when we play these games. Like it's just fun. I don't know. And then the nostalgia of just being with your friends, playing locally, which like isn't the same today.
Because it's like all the games that your parents didn't buy you when you were a kid, you can buy now.
For like $2 at a thrift store.
Yeah. Like I saw this on TV and my dad never bought it. It's rated M. I couldn't play it.
Yeah, that's why I collect and buy old games constantly. But definitely a combination of nostalgia and just like I just like seeing this like retro artwork of like you can see you clearly tell what they were trying to do and just like how they didn't.
I like the box covers for a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because now they just have like whatever. There's a cover of the thing and there's a guy. But like some of the old things look super fun. Like I bought that Mace game.
Mace 64,
Mace the Dark Age.
Well, also because what it is because they can't show off the graphics on the front. It looks like shit, so they have to make the.
But the box art was so. I bought it just because of that. It had a cool dude with a fucking red helmet.
And Mace you can play as a chicken, Bojo. So shifting away over from N64, I want to compare and contrast. I want to break down Connor's playstyle to yours. Connor, I'm always fascinated by. I love Connor. Connor has a very distinct playstyle. Now, today, you're a PC gamer. Like, you don't even play consoles, right?
I mean, they're all in the other room. I'm just locked in my room. Shit.
There you go. But like you are hardcore on Steam, PC. Early on, I mean, all of our friends, we all played World of Warcraft for like years.
Yeah.
Like almost a decade on and off. Connor stuck with it more than anyone else. But yeah, we first started playing WoW 2006.
2006.
Yeah.
2006.
Connor's first character was the Hamburglar.
Yep, spelled that shit wrong.
The Hamburglar.
You spelled the wrong on accident?
Yeah. What was your first character name?
It's probably Vanilla Diggler.
Vanilla Diggler. Yeah.
That was before I started getting raunchy with the name.
The best part of World of Warcraft, we would never play seriously. I mean, like, Connor completed every single quest in the game. The lore master. You're speaking to the lore master. What character was that on? Fartbringer?
That was on Fartbringer, named after the Ashbringer. He was a Death Knight. But then I got reported, so I just renamed it to Fart Reaper.
Fart Reaper. I had a character named Butt Ripper, Dog Piss, Piss Drinker, Piss Licker, Fart Licker, Fart Hugger. Like, we would just... the way we played World of Warcraft... Cummer was a good character name. The way we played World of Warcraft is we would, like, make a new character, play that weekend, and then the next weekend make a new character. We would just fuck around. Because we had so many friends, we'd always hop in and out doing Dead Mines. And, like, specifically, we were teenagers. So we were all sitting on Skype together.
Oh my god, Skype at nights.
Yeah.
Fucking running away from the little rats and...
scheming. We would just harass all these other people online. Like, we would play dumb. Yeah, we just had the dumbest character names. People get so pissed off on us, but like, God, that was so fun. And then we got bored of WoW, moved on. Connor stuck with it for like years, hanging on. Did you enjoy those that decade of your life playing World of Warcraft?
I mean, it was all right, but then Cataclysm came out, and by then I was just like, I was getting pretty bored of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it always went in waves. We'd all be super in for like 2 months, and then take like 3 months off, then back in for like in and out, in and out, in and out. But like, Connor always had an annual subscription. It was fun. And then like, did we try any other MMOs successfully? I don't. Spencer Connor we dabbled in trillions of MMOs. I mean, I got Connor to play Final Fantasy 14 for a month. You thought it was okay, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, you didn't hate on it. You played Rift. What the hell is Rift? You have 400 hours. What's Rift?
I do?
Yeah, you have 400 hours on Steam on Rift. I analyzed Connor's Steam profile. How many hours of Rift do you have?
I don't really look at it.
I mean, sorry.
I haven't played at it for like a few years. Really.
But would you what
the hell is Rift?
I don't know, some other MMO.
It used to be a paid MMO. I had a few friends that played it, online friends and shit. But I don't know, it's just another MMO. That's
the thing. When World of Warcraft was king, every 6 months there'd be the WoW killer. Yeah. Every year there'd be the WoW killer. What was the Warhammer?
They had a couple Warhammer ones.
Warhammer was supposed to be the WoW killer. I don't know. Even like Guild Wars was supposed to be a WoW killer. I played Guild again. We'll touch on this in a little bit. Called Franking. Fuck it. Let's get into it now. Okay, so Guild Wars I bought because our friend Eric had it. We played Guild Wars 2 for a bit. That was fun. I said, hey Connor, get this game. We'll play it. James doesn't get it. And then I played it for like a week. Got bored of it. Connor played for like
I still had it. It's not a subscription game. It's just like I can just play it whenever I want.
So Connor's playstyle is he'll find a game that he loves. You have 1,400 hours on Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
And he'll play it into the dirt. He'll play it till he doesn't, and then he'll say he doesn't like it while he's playing it.
Skyrim. I'll read.
It's all right. I'm just doing it.
I'll read off the list. Okay, Connor's top. I feel like David Letterman. Top 10 games on Connor's Steam profile. Drum roll. Top 10 games. Okay, 1,400 hours on Team Fortress 2. Do you like it? Good game.
Yeah. I don't like half the classes. They're bullshit.
I like Team Fortress 2, and then they made it free to play and added hats and shit. And the reason I don't like that, and even like free to play in general, is like there's different items. Like you get 10% more damage. And I feel like no one's on an even playing level. Where if you've played the game for years, you have all the best items.
The items they're fairly balanced, pretty much though.
Connor, you always say everything's unbalanced.
Well, because it's like, you get 10% damage, but you take 10% more damage.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
they're just for situational things.
Yeah. I hated because I paid like, what was it, like $60 for the orange box?
Yeah.
Well, and hey, the game's free now.
And Portal's free. Whatever. That's the price you pay for playing day one. You have 400 hours on Warframe. You like that game?
That's cool. It's an addicting
first-person type shooter.
First-person. I forget what it's called. It's like Diablo basically. You're just killing loads of enemies and shit.
Is it team multiplayer or is it like waves?
It's team multiplayer against waves of enemies.
Oh, that actually sounds cool then.
Yeah.
200 hours of Skyrim. I like the Skyrim games. Did you ever?
We have Skyrim for Xbox. Why did you get that?
Connor's on Steam. Hey, on Steam you can do mods.
$15, dude.
Did you ever install like any titty mods for Skyrim?
No, I got the horse asshole one though.
What? What's that?
Someone made a detailed horse ass thing. It's like fucking creepy.
Alright, but yeah, it's fun with Skyrim. 180 hours of Terraria. Do you like that game? What's I didn't play. It's like an 8-bit. It's like an 8-bit Minecraft.
I played with Matt and a few other dudes.
Okay, 100 hours of Counter-Strike. Source Counter-Strike. There was WoW. We also played Counter-Strike shitload. Still hop on Counter-Strike once in a while. For us, mostly is Source. There's hardcore nerds going back to 1.6. Counter-Strike Go is the main one today. I like Go, but Source for us was like we spent so much time on that. My favorite thing on Counter-Strike Source
spray
is
paints.
Oh my god.
Spray paints.
Jesus.
You get spray paint. Because in 1.6 you had to like go in. It was super hard to have your custom.
You had to vector. Source
browse,
upload JPEGs.
upload, yeah.
So we would go before we played. We'd go on like DeviantArt or find like furry porn or just like whatever is gross, disgusting, and stupid. Or take pictures of Connor or Steven Seagal and just the whole map would be because like it'd all be 10 of us joining in a game, immediately spray paint gay porn. Again, we're so juvenile and stupid. I know, but this is looking back 10 years ago. We all spray paint pictures of Steven Seagal or like anime porn, and then immediately the whole map would be like, who the fuck? Oh, who's doing this? And like it would be one admin trying to ban someone, and then realizing everyone's doing it. Like what the fuck? Like that's our play style when we play multiplayer games. It's not one person going in. It's a wave of 12 people jumping in. All right, let's fuck this up, and we'll go in and just harass. Again, we don't do that today so much, but like that's what we did as kids. There was one map I loved more than anything else called Break Floor. Oh my god!
I never got into that one.
Oh my god, James! Break Floor is the funny. Break Floor is the ultimate like. I hate using the word troll because it's so overused, but like that's the ultimate like that's the best level.
Griefing.
Yeah, griefing. Yeah, that's the classic term of it. Break Floor is on Counter-Strike. You're playing. Immediately, the map starts on Break Floor. There's two teams, whatever. Yeah. There's a giant wall, and you're on a giant basically glass blocks, and you shoot down the blocks, and you basically dig your way to the other side and then kill people. If you shoot too far, you break and you fall all the way to the bottom. So what we would do, the map starts, immediately shoot the blocks under our teammates. They would all fall to their death, and everyone would be like, what the fuck? And they try to vote kick us. But you need a certain number of people to vote kick, and because we'd always be playing with our friends, we'd all be like, "Oh no, don't vote kick this person," and then we'd vote kick that person. We would go into a map, it'd be like 20 people. 5 of us would join. We'd start team killing. By the end of 20 minutes later, everyone would leave the map.
So I got banned from so many. I got banned that I had to make another Steam account so I could play with you guys.
You made
and I got banned from that one too.
Well, it's because you scream into the mic at every single opportunity with Counter-Strike. I mean, my favorite thing that you would do is like, you guys like Blink-182? Whoa! Whoa! And then scream Pennywise. I mean,
Broheem.
I think it's funny. I get that it's annoying. We also played a lot of Counter-Strike Black Ops. I love
Call of Duty.
I like Call of Duty Black Ops on 360.
Was it Black Ops 1? What's the one that had
Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. Those are the two that we played a shitload of.
Played the most of.
And like, again, same thing. We'd be like, and then we didn't grief so much on that. We'd play seriously, but then we would like.
Oh no, I did. People get pissed off at me. I send them a picture of my ass.
Oh, on the Xbox Live, yeah. Oh, that's right.
I send it to you guys too.
You would send pictures of your butt to people. Someone would be like, "Hey, Vanilla Diggle, you a fucking bitch." Oh, you think I'm a bitch? And then you send them a picture of your butt. Like, I don't know what that's supposed to prove. And then on the mic, they'd be like, "Ew, this is a butt.
You're so gay."
You're so gay, dude. Ew.
Like, and some people would try to be like, "Oh, dude, I like that butt. It's a nice looking butt." I'd be like, "Dude, you don't like that butt."
I don't know.
I'm just upset that you saw a butt.
The fun thing with Call of Duty on Xbox Live is we would play, and there'd be like 12-year-olds trying to be like funny or even just like bros or like hicks.
A lot of bros.
And they would try to be like, "Oh, I bet you guys are gay," you know, and it's like we would just always.
This is gay. This is my butt.
Yeah, that's what we would do. It's just like we would just always yes and everything, be like yeah, and like we just mess around, and play dumb, and like we would. I don't know. It was so much fun. And then, the same thing would happen to Tony Hawk. Every year, Call of Duty came out, and like it's always hard to convince your friends, "Hey, let's get this, get this, get this." So we didn't do it. So touching on get this, get this, get this. You guys have a term amongst our Skype group called franking. I used to be very opposed to this term franking, but since I started doing this show and started analyzing every aspect of my gaming history,
looking back at your life.
Yeah, I get it now. So. Spencer, I'll let you articulate what franking is. I'll defend it, and we'll get into it. So what is franking?
Franking is the term we use to describe somebody. They buy a game, or they don't even necessarily buy the game. They say, "Hey, we should all buy this game. I'm gonna be off work for a week. I'm gonna play this game. We're all gonna play this game. Let's all buy this game." Yeah. We all buy the game. The dude who said we should buy the game doesn't even fucking play the game ever. Maybe for like 10 minutes one day. Then he's done with it, and then you ban franked.
Yeah. So that's the term. I failed to do research before, but like the first time we did it, this was.
Wait, when was the first?
Well,
this was in a couple years.
This isn't a great example. We bought Babo's.
Oh,
can't even say it without laughing. Babo's Madballs.
What is that?
Connor, can you say
Babo's Madballs Invasion.
What is
that game?
Babo's Madball Invasion was on sale for Steam for like $2. I was like, yo, everybody get this game. Babo's Madball Invasion. You play as a fucking like ball with a machine gun. And you go around killing other balls with machine guns.
Wait, what was I? I never got to
It's
play this.
a 4-player co-op game. You just go around killing balls with machine guns, but there's voice acting, so when you use your special, it's like Jenkins! Oh, Oculus! Oh, they like scream the super move. Jenkins! Oculus! Jenkins! Oh, so it's insane. It's garbage. It's awful. But yeah, I was like, yo, let's all get this. We played it. It sucked. Okay. We talked about Guild Wars 2. It was like, I was like, oh, let's play Guild Wars. It's on sale for $20. Connor, get Guild Wars. Okay. James, get Guild Wars. Okay. And Connor's always like, I don't know, Frank. And they're always like, no, come on. And so I'll start playing it for 6 hours. Whatever. Then, okay, they get it. And then a week later, I'm already bored of it and I move on. And then Connor will play for like 3 months. I do feel bad. What are some other examples? What are again?
We got the WoW, the pandas, whatever the fuck
that wasn't. That was genuine. Like that
we played for a while.
Yeah, that was something we all genuinely wanted to try.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, 2 examples? It just has to be more.
NFL
Blitz. NFL Blitz.
Yeah,
Spencer, NFL Blitz. Let's get this. We played 2 matches, and then any other time Spencer was like, "Hey, you want to play NFL Blitz?" I'm busy. Moving on. Come on, you guys! This is your big chance to defend.
If my computer was still on, I would have browsed down my Steam list because I probably had like 30 of them.
I'm trying to think of some other.
We kind of blew it out of proportion because it didn't happen that much.
No,
but it's like maybe 15.
It's happened like 15.
Yeah, probably 15.
6 times maybe. I don't know. It's happened enough to where it's like, okay, I get it.
It became a term, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just drawing a blank though.
No, but there's definitely term. Last of Us multiplayer.
Oh yeah, that
PS4. Let's Play multiplayer. Played it once and then moved on.
Left 4 Dead 2. Did we do that?
Everyone fucking played Left 4 Dead. That's not even on me. Killing Floor. We generally play together. Killing Floor is awesome.
I never played that one.
Killing Floor.
We played that for like a month.
I loved Killing Floor. Wasn't a franking situation. We played the shit out of that game.
Cool.
But yeah, there's other multiplayer. I don't know. But off the top of my head, NFL Blitz, Guild Wars.
We never played the game, so it's hard to remember.
Yeah, exactly.
We got franked on them.
Oh, Worms Armageddon was one.
Oh yeah.
Worms though, the situation was with Worms. We bought it because on sale. Hey, let's all get this. We'll play together. So with Kevin and I, we're on Mac. You guys are on PC. With fucking Worms, they say, hey, it's online multiplayer. They didn't say that Macs and PCs can't play together. Yeah. So it was like, oh well, shit. So that sucked. So again, these are the 3 different play styles. With me, I'll get a game. I'll play it very concentratingly for like a weekend or that week, and then I kind of move on. But like if it's a thing where all my friends are playing it, they want to play. Okay, sure. But it's the thing like. I work, I'm busy, I'm always looking forward. It's hard for me to go back into a game. Oh, not necessarily Frank's, but it was free. For like years now, I kept telling Connor, I'll play Team Fortress 2 with you sometime.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah, we haven't gotten back to it. I don't know, it's just a hard psychological thing for me to go back into a game. But yeah, I don't know, it has to be right then and there. It sucks. But like, I don't know. We should put a list of all the franking games I've franked you guys on, and we'll go back and play through it.
Research them.
But has that guys happened? It's not a great way to articulate this scenario, but like if that's happened, you guys comment. Is there a friend who's done that to you? Have you done that?
Is there a Frank in your life?
Yeah, is there a Frank in your life? I don't know, but like it's easy. It's very easy to happen on Steam and like like games are like $5.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very rare until you get a $60 game and then not like that's rare.
Yeah, NFL Blitz is probably like
the
most heartbreaking one.
$20, yeah.
$20.
Yeah.
Because I was excited. I wanted to play it really bad. I'm like, yes, let's play it.
I know. We played a few matches and then moved on. So that's my play styles. I'll play a game for a shitload for like a week and then move on. Connor will spend thousands of hours on a single game. Is it because you're very picky about what games you like? Because generally Connor is very Connor's open to stuff. He'll try everything, but like has to fall into a very set criteria.
I mean, if it's just mindless and grindy, I can just stick with that and kind of play that and talk on Skype.
Yeah.
But if it's like raiding and WoW, it's like, well, I don't do that. That's too structured and confusing. I can't talk on Skype and mess around and raiding.
There's a period, it's less now. I mean, when we were all teenagers, we were all very hyper, like, aggressive and emotional. But, like, when you were a teenager, you would complain that every single game was broken, shitty, broken. It still happens. Like, once a week, Connor would freak out and flare. As a kid, Connor would always freak out and scream and yell, say everything was broken, cheating, glitching, and hated it, whatever. Not so much anymore. Yeah. But, like, fuck, I don't know, you've been playing Halo multiplayer on Xbox.
Halo
Connor
and
would throw controller. Time Splitters is dope. Connor would scream at us saying we were hacking as we were playing together. You're cheating, hacking! He would throw controllers. He would, like, swear as, like, a 10-year-old and call people bitch holes.
Bitch hole, yeah.
Like... Just, I don't know, it was very endearing and sweet.
And we...
Oh, yeah, really.
And we just made it worse. We did nothing to make him feel better.
Oh, yeah.
We just would team up and kill him more so we could more mad.
It was like, we didn't cheat, but it was psychological warfare. We've now revealed what we did. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, that's our play. That's, I don't know, but...
That was us being shitty friends.
But yeah, definitely a period when, like, everything was, like, bitch
broken,
screaming. But I think that's just a part of growing up. I'm sure everyone's this, like... If you go on YouTube, every comment is like, this is shit, this is shit. And then when you get older, you chill out.
I remember Spencer freaking out so much over this one golf game, like a few years ago.
Tiger Woods?
He was so pissed.
Really?
Tiger Woods golf?
Over Tiger Woods PGA?
I remember being in my room and I heard you screaming like 30 feet out in the other room, you know?
How long ago?
2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Before Connor has to go shortly. I'll still hang on to Spencer and we'll talk a little bit more. I have a specific. I'm gonna jump ahead real fast to a specific email for Connor. Victor sent an email saying, this is kind of a weird question, but what are the long-term effects on how games are being marketed, especially regarding freemium or free-to-play? He talks about how free-to-play games are huge right now, and a lot of it has to do with marketing, saying like League of Legends will advertise with high-production cinematics that look nothing like the actual game. How free-to-plays put up grind walls and time restrictions, but are there any free-to-play games that are done well? I guess this is kind of a two-part question. In terms of, like, marketing, I know, like, stuff like League of Legends, Dota, like, at conventions, that shit is so heavily marketed, and it's weird because it's a free-to-play game, so what's their money getting back is, but, like, I think with any big multiplayer game that's free-to-play, they have to be very loud marketing to get you hooked in, to get you drawn in, because, like, if the graphics aren't great, then you're not going to be sucked in. But we talked about with N64 with marketing, like, if the box art looks sick, I'll jump in.
Yeah.
So I think, like, with free-to-play games, the marketing is loud. Everything is the wow killer. You have to drum up hype to get your friends in. Kind of like how I do when I frank people. I drum up hype because I want people to get in, and you speak in hyperbolic terms. But then, once you're into a free-to-play game, then it hits you with, like, oh, hey, thanks for playing. You unlocked a new character. Come back in tomorrow and unlock a new character. They want to hook you in early. And so
I'm all about that shit.
I love that shit. Before you get actually in, they have to hook you up with marketing. So I don't know. So what's the effect of it? I guess being disappointed. But then if you're disappointed, you're not sticking around. But he's asking again more specifically about free to play in general. I don't really play multiplayer games much, like Counter-Strike, WoW, Final Fantasy, but like I don't do free-to-play multiplayer games because I feel most of them are the same, where it's like in the background they're constantly begging you for your credit card and like, hey, buy some more gemstones, or I don't know. It's just
Helldivers was Helldivers free?
Helldivers, that's another franking.
Or was it cheap?
That's a semi-frank. Helldivers was like $15.
I played it with James a little bit.
Yeah, I told Helldivers is dope. Yeah, I played it for a week and then moved on. But I don't know, Connor, what's your opinion on free-to-play games?
I mean, most of the ones I have in mind, they only sell cosmetics, basically. All the things for, like, leveling up and advancing or being better.
I want all my shit to look like anime. So, like, League of Legends, I played for, like, a weekend with our Wisconsin friends. And I looked up all the pretty girls and was like, oh, is there, like, a school... Jesus Christ. I looked up all the pretty girls and I was like, oh, is there, like, a cute outfit for this one? And, like, yeah, for $15. And I was like, oh, I could buy this. And it's like
only 15. The game was free already.
Yeah, free already. I could buy this like this anime like schoolgirl out for $15. Oh, should I? And it's like, what the fuck? No, so I don't want this shit. But like that's how they hook you. But I don't know. I like growing up. I like playing games where you pay $60 or you pay a flat rate and you get everything, costumes included. I don't like today when there's downloadable content. There's like expansions. I just want to pay one flat fee, buy the game, and like never have to get more. I don't know. So it's like. I don't know, I'm not appealed to it, but like, aren't you playing a free-to-play game right now, Dungeon Defenders 2?
Yeah, I'm playing that. It's all the stuff is just cosmetics, and they're not really too heavy on pushing, oh, buy this. I just play the game pretty much.
Would you recommend Dungeon, what's it called, Dungeon Defenders?
Dungeon Defenders 2, it's...
Fraggle Stick Rock.
Fraggle Stick Rock.
If you like Fraggle Stick Rock, you can, It's just like, it's a cool defense, what's the thing?
Tower defense?
Yeah, it's a tower defense game, but it's also, you're like third person. You can just like also... It's like Sanctum or Sanctum 2 if you played those games.
What else did you play Dota, League of Legends?
Someone tried to get me to play Dota 2 once. I logged in, played for like 30 minutes, and it made no sense.
All right.
I mean, it's probably like you and TF2. There's just too much.
Yeah, there's just too much shit. I don't know. I just want something simple. I'd rather buy a game for $10 and not have like constant bullshit flagging my screen. Hey, buy this hat. I don't want any of that. Although I did make money on Counter-Strike this week. Is Counter-Strike free to play now, or do you still have to buy it? Counter-Strike Go.
I think it's still like $50.
I think it's like they put it on sale. Whatever.
I remember Go was less than Source for a while.
Yeah, because what it is now they have a weapons market where it's like, every match some person gets a weapon. And if you can sell that weapon or keep it, and like when I was really heavy into Counter-Strike Go for like a month, like 2 years ago, and this week I went on Steam and I saw that one of the weapons in my like inventory was worth $40. So I was like, oh shit! So I sold it on the Steam marketplace immediately, and now I have $40 in my Steam wallet. So
I had a hat in Team Fortress, and I made some kid buy me. All these people were bugging me for like a year. And they're like, dude, how much for the thing? I'd be like $1,000. It was some stupid ass nuts and bolts hat for the Scout.
Yeah.
And this one dude just like super wouldn't shut the fuck up. I'm like, buy me what was it? Euro Truck Simulator 2.
Jesus Christ.
And then he bought it, and then he gave it to me, and I gave him the hat, and I was kind of like, I should just.
You couldn't even run the game.
I couldn't run the game on my computer back then. No.
Euro Truck. What a fuck.
Euro Truck Simulator 2.
Cool deal. For 20 years I had like the Apple headphone earbuds on Team Fortress 2.
Oh, yeah.
And this was before the Steam Marketplace was a thing. I had people messaging me every day. They'd send me a friend request. I'm like, okay, sure. And then they'd message me, how much for earbuds? And it's like, holy shit. And yeah, I would do that too. $6,000. Come on, man. 1,000. Yeah, like they were like. And it was
how much? Wait, how did you get those? How did you unlock this?
You had to have a Mac and play Team Fortress 2 the week it was out for Mac. So I had a Mac and whatever. And then
you can trade those because some of the stuff's not tradable.
No, you could trade that, but people would message you constantly. And then they came out with the Steam Marketplace, and now that shit's worth like $10. So it's like whatever.
No, it's worth like I think a few hundred, maybe.
No,
some TF2 items
Connor's
are
got 42,000 hours of Team Fortress.
Yeah, he's the expert. What's the most expensive?
Well,
item in your inventory?
I don't know shit about the currency, but I don't know. I got maybe like a $5 hat.
Whoa, big spender. All right, Connor, I'll let you go to class. Do you have any last words for all the gamers and players out there? Connor, you're not even in frame. Go in frame, please. Any last words?
I do not have any words.
All right, we're back. Connor ran off to class, and we'll finish up wrapping up the interview with Spencer. We can say anything we want about Connor. Anything you want to say to Connor?
No. Let's see. No.
Okay.
Good.
All right, so we talked about Connor's play style. Didn't get too deep because he had to run off. So rude. But Spencer's play style. Connor talked about how you more so than me, you buy a shitload, but you don't actually dig deep and beat anything. You talked about how you have like 20 Xbox One games, but you've only played Sunset Overdrive for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I got a credit card. The bank gave me a credit card, so I was went a little crazy. I'm like, ooh, this game looks cool. Ooh, I want this game. And like, as soon as when I want something, I just go out and buy it. Like I hate waiting.
Yeah.
I can't stand waiting.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait for things that I want. So I just bought all these games.
Yeah. Didn't you sell a shitload of games too? Didn't you sell all Connor's games?
Because that was back when I had no money and I wanted like what did I want? The new whatever. Yeah. The new Tony Hawk, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm selling all these, Connor."
Well, no, that's the same way. Because as a kid, I would get as a teenage kid, I would get allowance, and it's like, I could wait I could wait 2 months to afford this game, or I could sell 20 PS2 games. God damn! But again, now that we're older, we have jobs, we work, we can again buy games, so that works out better.
Buy them nonstop.
But yeah, talking about the Xbox One, because the only other people I've talked to on the show so far, Rocco has an Xbox One, he barely plays it. I have an Xbox One, I barely play it. You have an Xbox One, you barely play it.
Yeah, I only got it because I love Dead Rising.
Do you still have that Assassin's Creed code?
I do. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's around.
I think that you bought the Assassin's Creed bundle. It came with a code. Yeah. I think that code expires next week. It expires in November.
How can it expire?
It's a year long. You should get that code and use it before it expires. Find it.
Find it.
Or it's worth like $5, but you haven't even played the Assassin's Creed games.
Connor had that one and I played it for 5 minutes. I hated it. We had the first one.
Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed. I'm not a fan. I think Sunset Overdrive is awesome. You have barely played it.
I barely played it.
I think that game is great. The writing sucks because it's like written for like 12-year-olds.
Yeah. And
I guess if I was 12, I'd like it. But it's like playing that game immediately in the first hour. There's 2 Breaking Bad references, and it's just like, oh, this is so lame. Yeah. it's like someone's cooking up a repellent against these aliens. So it's like, okay, Mr. Heisenberg, and then it's like, I don't know, I'm the one.
The guy says Mr. Heisenberg.
Yeah, it's just like, this is so lame and forced. But outside of it, the gameplay is fun because it's like Tony Hawk where you're grinding rails or
like grinding
and you're shooting.
Yeah,
I feel like if there was any developer to make a good Tony Hawk game, it would be Insomniac, or whoever's the developer for that game, because like it feels like playing Tony Hawk Underground. And no, it's very fluid. The graphics are great. I really like Sunset Overdrive. Barely anyone has an Xbox One, but if you ever do get one, get Sunset Overdrive. I played Rise. I think that game sucks. Did you play Rise?
I had Rise.
I think the Roman one.
Yeah.
I think the graphics are awesome. The gameplay is like very repetitive.
Hit A.
Yes, yeah. You hack and slash. You hit someone 4 times. Hit A. Okay, you chop his head off. Cool. Oh, go over this guy. Hit him 4 times.
I enjoy that though. I enjoy the repetitive. I like watching heads get chopped off.
Yeah, in small doses it's fine, but I beat that game in a single weekend. It was like, holy crap, it was so boring. But like in small doses, like I guess most people, for most people it's fine. But for me, I didn't like Rise. Is there anything else you played on Xbox One you liked?
Just Dead Rising.
Yeah, did you like Dead Rising 3?
I loved it.
Yeah.
That's like, I love all the Dead Risings since the first one.
Yeah.
They're super fun. Just goofy, killing zombies, making crazy shit, flying around with that mask, that green dude from Street Fighter shooting fire.
Oh, Blanca, yeah. Are there any? There's a lot of Xbox One games coming out this fall. There's like nothing I care about.
Well, there's the new Halo.
But like I got the Halo Master Chief Collection. That didn't even work.
Yeah, I got that.
We should try playing it. Matt has it too.
He does?
Yeah, but it doesn't work. So I mean,
it doesn't work.
Apparently,
I thought they fixed it.
They fixed it, but like people say it's. I heard either they fixed it. But because it didn't work at launch, there's only like 1,000 people playing it. Like no one plays it anymore because like it just.
We own the game. We could own the servers.
Okay, yeah, let's dominate. Let's tear up the leaderboards.
But I like Titanfall too. I only played that for 5 minutes.
But I heard that game's like $5 now. But like, yeah, Bruce played that a lot. He liked Titan.
It was cool. Like a big fucking robot comes down out of the sky. Get inside a robot. Whatever.
I don't know. I guess it's cool, but it's a thing where like I can only play multiplayer games if friends have it, and like no one had Xbox One, no one had Titanfall, so it's like I didn't bother. There's a new Tomb Raider coming out. Did you play the other Tomb Raider?
I haven't played any of them. No.
Tomb Raider's dope. You probably missed out on getting it when it was free. It was free, like I think it might still be free. You should download it this month if you have Xbox Live Gold.
Yeah.
Download Tomb Raider Definitive Edition on Xbox One for free. It's out now. They rebooted Tomb Raider. That game's great. And then next month...
Is there an XXX version?
No, there's no XXS version of Tomb Raider. Maybe in the new one there'll be a cheat. But yeah, Tomb Raider... Rise of the Tomb Raider. Whatever. Next month is a new Tomb Raider. I might get that if the reviews are good. Outside of that, yeah, Xbox One, I don't know, there's not much there. Scalebound's gonna come out. That'll be dope. Quantum Break, new Crackdown.
They're making a new Crackdown?
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I got the stupid Rare Play.
Oh yeah, Rare Replay. I think that's cool. I haven't played it yet.
I played Conker's Bad for a day for 5 minutes.
Oh, sick. good money. Anything on PS4 you've really enjoyed?
Oh, I liked everything pretty much. I got it for Mad Max because I knew the Mad Max game was gonna come out, and I was like, gotta get it.
Did you like Mad Max? You're the only person I knew.
I liked Mad Max.
Yeah.
It was kind of similar to how you're saying that you just hit a bunch of buttons to fight dudes like in Rise. Yeah. But I like that. Yeah. Like so you're just like clobbering all these war boys.
Is it good? So it's good? It's fun? I mean, it's open
I enjoyed
world.
it.
Yeah.
Because I love all the Mad Maxes. Yeah. I fucking watched the first one like, I don't know, 5 years ago, and I've been hooked on it ever since. And so the new movie came out, and then the game came out, and there's some backstory, so there's a bunch of story and shit. So the story's cool. I like the story. Mm-hmm. It's very similar to all the Mad Maxes. And just, it was a lot of fun. That's cool, because it came out the same day as Metal Gear, so nobody got it. I bought it before I bought Metal Gear. And I was like, I'm not going to buy Metal Gear until I beat Mad Max. I'm a Mad Max man. But I'll get Mad Max. It'll be like $20 Black Friday, I hope. It's kind of repetitive, but I like repetitive stuff in video games. It's like, go over here and beat up all these dudes and kill this thing and blow up their oil. Okay. Do it like 50 times and then fight a boss. Gee, I get burnt out on that. But if you play it in small doses, maybe. Yeah, but that's why you could, customize your car. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. Do you like the open world gameplay in Mad Max or Metal Gear more? The Metal Gear, I like Mad Max. I like open world, but for some reason I just don't like it in Metal Gear. Because it's not, when it's open world, you go to a camp. And that's where the fucking mission is. And then you leave the camp, the game saves. It's basically like you just went to a level and loaded the level.
Whereas Mad Max is there's more shit everywhere.
Yeah, there's dudes coming out of nowhere sometimes.
With Metal Gear, it's very specific. It's like, okay, this is the camp. This is where all the action is. There's not so much, there's no like random events like on the path to the thing, unless you're in a mission.
Yeah.
But yeah, after playing Metal Gear, I'm like burnt out on open world shit for a while. I don't know, it was such a big, long game. I go back and forth playing a really long game to a really short game.
Until Dawn?
Did you play that?
Yeah, I beat that. That was fun. I want to play it again because there's all those different things that can happen.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was easy to beat. You could beat it in like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, there's a lot of games. You still got play Sunset Overdrive. We'll go over emails. Kyle asks, do you guys go to Halloween Haunt, or do you guys go to Halloween Haunt stuff, or is that too much? I love Universal Horror Nights, Dark Harbor, and he's thinking of going out Scary Farm. This isn't a video game related question, but for Halloween, we do our Connor Wiley and 64 birthday parties. That's the scariest part. We put on Halloween Fart Party, which is there's an album you can get off Amazon called Halloween Fart Party. That's like, it's a haunted house. It's 3 different CDs like stacked on each other. It's a Halloween like haunted house soundtrack. Yeah. So like doors creaking, skeletons, screams, like ooh, cauldrons bubbling. Okay, there's
just cackling.
And then there's a generic electronic like 90s Eurobeat sound. And then on top of the haunted house and the electronic, it's just farts being sampled and screamed. And so we'll put that album on in the background when we play Mario Party, and it's a spooky time. Halloween Fart Party. It's a good album. Do you anything else for Halloween? I mean, yeah, we just go to parties. I don't go to fucking like haunted houses.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, trick or treating was dope 10 years ago.
I wish we should go trick or treating this year.
That's creepy. I'm not
you put on a mask. Nobody knows.
Yeah, but like I don't want to hang out with little kids. Kids
you don't have to hang out with kids.
I don't know. It's just weird. But yeah, I don't do haunted houses or anything like that. I don't know. I don't want to spend money.
I've been too scared to go to Knott's. People have invited me to Knott's. I'm like, fuck that.
I used to go when I was like 8 years old.
Scary Farm?
Yeah. My dad would take me. It was fun.
Was it scary?
Yeah. It was, as a kid, yeah. Once I was a teenager, I was over it. But I wanted to ask you this. The second part of Kyle's Halloween question is, do you remember your first Pokemon card? A classmate gave me a Farfetch'd in 3rd grade and he still has it. So Pokemon cards. With me as a kid, I never collected Pokemon cards. I had Pokemon the games. I still have Pokemon Yellow and the Game Boy Pocket with Pokemon Yellow. Didn't you have some incident where someone stole your Pokemon cards or some bullshit?
Oh my god, yeah. This kid stole my fucking, what was it? There was Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. I think it was Hitmonchan.
What grade?
I think this was like, it had to be 2nd grade because I got it. They came out when I was in 1st grade. Mm-hmm. And I had like the binder full of them, and I took him to summer camp. And this kid's like, "Oh, this is so cool!" It's like a holographic Hitmonchan. And then like he stole it somehow. I don't know how he stole it, but then I found out that it was gone from my folder. Told the teacher or whoever was like on duty, some parent or some shit. And they went and got it out of his fucking shoe cupboard because you put your shoes in the cupboard or whatever. This shit out of his fucking cubby. And they gave it back to me, and I put it back in my folder. And I went home and opened up my thing, and it was gone. He got it. He'd stolen it twice.
Hey.
He
That's
took
fucking
it
awesome.
Twice.
That's cool.
He really wanted
maybe he's a magician. It was Houdini. And then someone asked this is a fake name. Vid Jovanovic. Maybe it's a real name, I apologize. Vid Jovanovic asks, what's the most you ever got in trouble as a kid involving video games? He said he stole a copy of Halo 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stealing.
I talked about this earlier. Like, yeah, when I was in 3rd grade, I got obsessed with GTA 3. I stopped doing homework, and my parents took away like the power cable to my PlayStation. Didn't get in trouble. I guess I was essentially grounded from playing video games. But I've never been in like serious trouble. You used a 5-finger discount to get Diablo.
Yeah. I didn't get in any trouble though.
Yeah, you took Diablo 3 from Target. Did you take like the physical box, or you just take the CD key?
Well, the box had one of those spider web things on it that's supposed to like.
Yeah.
When you break it, start beeping. I just pulled that off. It just came off. And I opened up the thing and took out the CD key and just put it in my pocket.
And like loss prevention that day, didn't give a shit. Because like there's security cameras at Target.
Well, I went to the pillow aisle. Jesus. I was in the pillows like, ooh, these are some nice pillows. And as soon as I put it in my pocket and walked out, like 3 dudes walked by that worked for Target. And I was like, oh shit, I'm getting in trouble. But they just walked by. But I didn't get in trouble for that. I did get in trouble, however, when the Spider-Man game came out for the first Spider-Man movie. My dad took me to go buy that with Connor, and he was like getting some food at the mall, and there's a fountain, and Connor's in the fountain, taking money out of the fountain. I'm like, Connor, you can't do that. You can't take this money out. This is supposed to be in the fountain. Yeah. And I shoved him, and his hand slipped on the bottom of the fountain, and he fell and it got soaking wet. And then I wasn't allowed to play the game, and he got to play the game. Oh. And he had to sit wet in the car and drive home.
I think that's a good story. I don't think he got in trouble.
I wasn't allowed to play a goddamn Spider-Man.
Dude, yeah, I remember... That must suck, because I didn't have to experience that, but like having siblings, if you guys came home and got a brand new game, who would play first?
Yeah.
Did you guys ever fight over control over games?
Yeah. I can't... I mean, it's been so long, I can't remember, but... Now they're all mine.
Yeah, because now you don't have to worry. Connor just plays computer games. Yes. But like that, yeah. I've been even like playing games multiplayer together. When I come over, PS2 is only 2 controllers. You would have to fight or take turns. Who gets to play with Frank?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never been in trouble. Not yet. Who knows? Hey, I'm only 24.
Yeah, the games getting more expensive.
Yeah, games get more expensive. Virtual reality's coming out. You know, where does reality and danger coexist? Who knows? What's gonna happen? You might be playing virtual reality. Shooting people, and then
shot somebody for real.
Yeah. So I don't know. No, but for now, I'm safe. Thank you for watching Neighborhood Game Club. It's been a dynamic episode. Started with 3 people. We lost one somewhere. Connor disappeared. Spencer Connor, my childhood friends. Leave comments if anything connected with you. Yeah, I'm curious. Have you been franked? Is there a better term for that? Does anyone have an Xbox One? We might be the only people in the world. Any other last remaining questions or comments you want to say?
If you can steal Diablo, do it.
No.
Don't pay for Diablo. This is a shitty ass game.
It's like Diablo 3 is like $10 now. But on PS4 it's very good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Steal it.
Okay. And then we will give you an update in the future when Tony Hawk Project 5 or the fuck comes out. Robomoto. You broke my heart. Neversoft is not around anymore. Tony Hawk is a fucking sellout.
Fuck Tony.